This is the Bose QuietComfort Earbuds, and if you heard that before, it's because there's the original Bose QuietComfort Earbuds that came out in 2020, and let's not forget about the Bose QuietComfort Ultras that came out in 2023. So the question is, why did Bose make the QuietComfort Earbuds, and why did they refresh the name? Why did they ask for a complete reset? Is because the original Bose QuietComforts, if you got the 2s, the Ultras, or the original, they suffered from connection problems. They also suffered from lack of software and just irregular updates from Bose. And we can't forget that even when it came down to multi-point and the addition of multi-point inside of the Bose QuietComfort 2 as well as the Ultras, well, guess what? You had to wait for that update. It wasn't just automatics. And what Bose did is they fixed a lot of those software issues with the Bose QuietComfort Earbuds, these new ones, and they released a new app, an app that is going to be able to do all the things we originally asked Bose to deliver inside of their original Bose QuietComforts or their 2s or their Ultras. So in no particular order, let me just go through some of the new features you get on this Bose. So it has native wireless charging inside the case. It has definitely a better mic inside. They must have changed something with the mic pickup here. It's going to be lighter in weight than what you would get on the original Bose QuietComfort 1 or 2. So now they've added 5-band EQ. They've added the ability to turn off and on the active noise cancellation easily inside the app. Quality of the active noise cancellation you get on the Bose QuietComforts, it really feels like they just took the active noise cancellation systems that they were already using inside the Ultra as well as the Bose QuietComfort 2 and just added it inside. Because I would swear that this active noise cancellation sounds as good as what you would get on the more expensive lineup. So to better understand why the Bose QuietComfort earbuds here is going to be such an improvement over the QuietComfort earbuds 2, well, let's talk about it, because the new features when these came out, the 2s came out, was something called Custom Tune. And that Custom Tune technology allowed you to personalize the audio and the noise cancellation to your ear shape. The QC 2s also came with adaptive awareness. So what that meant was it could adapt the levels of the transparency that it's using based on the noise around you. And it was, again, this is a feature that we were all excited about, but in actual execution, it was kind of eh. And the big claim for fame on the Bose QuietComfort 2s was that the case was so much slimmer and smaller. And the QC ULTRA earbuds then came out, and that added the Bose Immersive Audio, which added a spatial audio mode that boosted the sound of your music to make it sound more immersive and engaging. And even that was not a big hit, but it was a new feature. But I don't know a lot of people that were saying, wow, that was so good, because it kind of sounded very artificial. So if you look at the history, Bose have always been behind in terms of the software and the customization options you can do, especially for a premium audio product that might cost you $150, $200, $250, $300. And if you look at the overall audio quality of your Bose QuietComforts, I would rate these at a solid 8.5 out of 10. They're not going to be the best sounding, and the volume is not going to get the loudest compared to others, but that's on purpose because they don't want you to blow out your ears, even if you have this on max volume on an iPhone. But they have a balanced profile out of the box. If you just use them out of the box, it's still going to be warm and bright, as well as relatively good bass, not great bass. But once you press that bass boost button, then for pop music, for hip hop, it just takes on a life of its own. It's kind of just like a Bose signature sound plus a bass boost. So the app overall, let's talk about the EQ. So you go inside the EQ, you notice that they give you the option of picking flat, bass boost, bass reducer, treble boost, treble reducer, as well as custom. And in custom mode here, you can max out all of the 5 different bands from low, low, mid, high, and high. So what I found using the EQ is actually custom is not going to be as bass boosted as you get when you use bass boost alone. So it's funny when you use them, you're going to think, okay, I can adjust the EQ itself and then max it all out, and it's going to sound more boomy than what you get with bass boost. Bass boost is actually going to sound more rich. So keep that in mind. If you are adjusting the EQ yourself and you're wondering where's the bass, you got to go back to bass boost, and you might find that it's much more bassy than what you were getting before. So battery life has really been improved on your Bose QuietComforts. You get about 8.5 hours of playback listed, and it should be able to charge your battery 0 to 100% in about 90 minutes. But for me, honestly, in regular use, I swear, I'm getting like 9-10 hours on a full charge. And you have like this like time estimator on inside of the Bose app. And I'm telling you, it will read out like it doesn't even move. It's kind of freaky how good the battery life is on these. And then if you imagine the case, I get why they have such a large case, because this is going to hold 23 hours of playback or another 2.5 charges. So all in all, if you have a fully charged earbud with a fully charged case, you're going to have 31.5 hours of battery life, which means you don't have to charge them except maybe every 2-3 weeks. And that's if you're using them 2-3 hours a day. Another good thing about these Bose QuietComforts is that Bose improved the mic quality finally, because these are not going to rival what you're used to on an Apple AirPod, especially the Apple AirPod 4, because these come with beamforming. But the sound quality as well as what the receiver is hearing is going to sound clearer as well as less tinny. And that's not to say that the Bose QC earbuds that you see in my ear is the best earbuds to be ever made, because they also have their drawbacks. And I can't believe the Bose QuietComforts are only IPX4. And that's because they really focus on just having the best overall sound quality that they forgot that, hey, functionality counts. And then you have to compare it that Bose already has the Bose Ultra Open Earbuds, which are already so good. Now there is a big concern of mine, and that's going to come down to durability. Because the choices that Bose made here in terms of the coating and the finish for the earbuds and the case, like look at my case already, it's been a week and my case is starting to get worn, as well as my bud covers. This material is starting to get worn. And I'm a little bit worried that this might not stand the test of time, because they have the glossy plastic around it, and this is known to get scratched easily, especially if you drop your earbuds on the floor. Another good thing about your Bose QuietComforts is that since Bose has been moving more towards software updates, you should be, and we hopefully should see more updates with our Bose QuietComfort earbuds here than before. Now, that's going to be coming with a big caveat, because I said the same things we said on the Bose QuietComfort Ultras as well as the Bose QuietComfort 2s. So we're hoping on this reset, they finally listen and update the bugs as well as fix the bugs and add new features more regularly for their customers. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, because even though these are a huge improvement over previous Bose models, and I think they're really awesome in terms of the audio quality and the active noise cancellation, the problem is the fit is finicky, and the dynamics as well as the aesthetics of these buds might seem a little bit dated, or it might not be in your personal preference. Because it's bulbous, right? It kind of looks like it's jutting out of your ear, and the fit is finicky because you're supposed to insert it inside your ear canal and then you rotate it just a little bit to lock it into place. And that lock into place allows it to create enough pressure to lock it in and seal it inside your ear ridge. Now, for a lot of us, depending on your ear shape, it might be less or more comfortable, that activity, that motion there, because everyone's ear canal is different. Everyone's ear canal is a different size, it's different depth. And if you do not get a good seal on these buds, because they don't have that stem, there's no real counterweight. If you're talking, if you're chewing, if you're running, if there's not that good seal, you could find that these are popping out of your ear. If you look at the Ultras are very comfortable as well. But if I put them inside my ear, because it has the stem and because of how it sits in my ear, at least for my ear shape, they just fit better. And they felt more natural, and I felt that the 2s are more comfortable for me than the QuietComforts. However, I know that's not going to be the case for everyone. You know, your ears, these might be more comfortable. You have to try it out for yourself. And that's one of my big takeaways here, is that the fit, at least for my ears, was so finicky on the new QuietComforts because they kept out that stem, that I'm a little bit disappointed. I wish it's almost like the same design. I feel like they just wanted to keep this design for their more high-end product and then have this more simple design for their entry model product, except the entry model product is gonna rival their premium product already. And let's not forget, some people might not like the aesthetics of this design. I think a lot of people do prefer having a smaller or lighter earbud overall, because I'm not saying the QuietComforts are not light, but they're not going to be as tiny or as small or as kind of less recognizable than what you get on the AirPods here. Like, look how slick these AirPods look. They're small. The active noise cancellation is good. And these AirPods, if I start talking, they will automatically lower the volume. They can adjust to the real world environment. And that's a great testament to Apple's technology and their software. So Bose is not there yet, right? Bose is getting there, but I'm happy to say that the Bose audio quality is still there. Their active noise cancellation is still there, and it's in their entry model product. And we wholeheartedly recommend it at their entry model line. So this is actually inside my Bose QuietComfort earbud app, and you could toggle between quiet and aware modes here to go from off, quiet, and aware. And that's super easy, and that's really cool to do. And this is something that is kind of missing from your Bose Ultra app. Also, if you guys notice real fast, you can see that there's a song playing here, like Dance Hall Days from Wang Chung. And then if I play it, it works, but nothing happens after. If you guys check this out here, you can see that you have your battery life prediction. So battery life prediction is going to actually read out how much battery life it thinks you will have. And look, even though I've been wearing these for 2 hours on a full charge, it still hasn't moved. It's kind of crazy in that sense. You have smart calls, you have the assistant, you have remote selfie. Now, remote selfie is quite clever. So you want to turn it on, and you either can use it by pressing or activating it by pressing your earbud, but you can also do it by just commanding it. So we're going to go into a camera mode here. So the trick with the commands is you got to space out your commands. If you say it really fast, it will not work. Hey, headphones, pause. Hey, headphones, next song. Hey, headphones, previous song. Hey, headphones, volume up. So the voice commands do work. It's a little finicky, and you have to be in a quiet place for it to work well. You will find that you have to pause though. So you have to say, hey, headphone, hear that dunk, and then you're going to give it the command. If you actually say it before the command or when you hear the dunk, it will not happen. And then you're going to be left wondering, did it work or not work? The time it takes for you to say the command and it'll actually work on your phone or work inside of your earbuds is going to be about 1 second. So for a lot of us, you might find that the touch controls are going to be faster because the touch controls, at least that's going to be almost instantaneous. You're going to get the results right away. And the feedback on the touch controls, every time you press it, you hear a beep. But if you press it twice, you hear a beep, beep. So the tone changes. And if you press it 3 times, you hear beep, beep, beep. And because they change the tone of each beep, you're better suited to understanding what you're doing in terms of the controls, even though you're not seeing what you're doing. So I found that the Bose app on the Android as well as Apple works very well. And it's going to be a totally different experience from what you're used to if you had a Bose app prior. So you don't really have to worry because it's a much simpler app experience overall. It's clean. You just pair your phone automatically. And then the app itself is going to give you each individual button does its own thing. So you guys can see that you can take a selfie by using the earbud, but you're going to be taking a picture of yourself using the earbud. So because you're activating it like this, so all the pictures are going to be like that, right? And if you're using it with the Hey Headphone, so Hey Headphone, take picture. Or Hey Headphone, take picture. Take picture. You know, it's kind of hit and miss there, as you see. The second part about that is you got to time it. And the third part is, so because if you take the earbuds off, they're going to know they're off your head and they're not going to be listening anymore. So you're kind of trapped to all these remote selfie pictures. You have to be wearing the earbuds in your ear. And that is a catch that not a lot of us are figuring out until you get them yourself. So my complete honest take on the app is that they fixed a lot of the issues that were plaguing Bose products in terms of the connection with your phone and how seamless the app experience is, as well as not interfering with any other applications you're using on your phone. Now I'm in aware mode. Now, the thing about aware mode is that it's not going to be as good as what you would get on the Apple AirPods, especially the Apple AirPods 4 that you see here. Because Apple's aware mode, it just does a great job making everything sound natural. Here, it's going to sound a little bit more artificial. So even though I have these on and they are in aware mode, it's not like I'm talking to myself without earbuds in my ear. It actually sounds like I'm listening to myself talk through a synthesized earbud that's resynthesizing it into my ear. Overall, what is my verdict on the Bose QuietComfort earbuds? Honestly, they're probably going to be one of the best values you can get right now in the earbud space. And they're definitely going to be more recommended by me than what you would get on the Bose QuietComfort Ultras, the QuietComfort 2s, as well as the original QuietComforts if you were to ever get these used. They're going to have the same active noise cancellation you get on the Bose QC 2s, as well as the QC Ultras in my opinion. The fit here is not going to be as good as what you would get on the 2s, and I don't think the build quality is as good as what you get on the Ultras or the 2s, but, and this is big, they're going to be less expensive. And these are also coming with the Bose Music app, and they don't have those connection issues that have plagued Bose. So this is why it's a refresh, because it's not a refresh of the audio quality, it's not a refresh of the active noise cancellation, it is actually a refresh of Bose's software. And they've added a whole host of additional features that might seem gimmicky, but also something that I appreciate at least Bose is trying now. So with that, thanks for watching, everybody. If you have any questions, please leave them in that comment box below, and please hit that like, subscribe button. It really does help support our channel. And I'll catch you next time. This is Dave with the French Glow signing off. Bye, bye, bye.